Hi, I'm Justin Pritchard. It's kind of cold and miserable outside today, but I have just found the most fantastic deal on a convertible. The model in question has 285 horsepower and a 6-speed manual transmission as standard, as well as all-wheel drive, and the best part is that you can get one brand spanking new from a tick over 23 grand. Sounds like a hell of a bargain to me. So, any guesses?
This Jeep Wrangler probably isn't the sort of convertible you were thinking of, and this particular tester costs more than that 23 grand. It's technically 4, not all-wheel drive, and this one's got the 5-speed automatic, not the 6-speed stick. But pull off the roof panels and even the doors if you like, and a few moments later you've got an all-access pass to open-air motoring that's ready to go anywhere you'd like. And unlike little sports car convertibles, this one has room for you and your friends and your stuff. You're looking at the Wrangler Unlimited, an upgrade over the two-door Wrangler, which offers rear doors and seats for shoppers with things like children who still want to take advantage of the legendary adventure-seeking qualities. Behind that back seat is a modest cargo hold, partially occupied by the subwoofer and folding cloth top. It's a bit awkward, but should prove spacious enough for most. Up front, a commanding forward view, decent at-hand storage space, and plenty of features, including automatic climate control, a household power outlet, and full multimedia and navigation interfaces. The tester got heated, comfy leather seats for some upscale comfort, too. And with that four-wheel drive system engaged after a tug on the lever, you're ready for not only rain, snow, rocks, gravel, and dirt, but my personal favorite, mud. Mexican food, anyone? But seriously, take your convertible MX-5 or Mustang somewhere like this, and you'll need a tow truck. Wrangler is, after all, trail rated, meaning it's passed several key off-road tests as a seal of approval that it's ready and willing to tackle virtually any terrain. If you're into hunting, fishing, exploring, hiking, or just otherwise mucking around in the dirt like me, you're well covered off. On my drive in the butterscotch-colored tester through this partially thawed late-fall slop, I found no issues with traction, even riding on the fairly mild factory tires. The traction control system helps keep Wrangler from digging in, and I was even able to rescue a confused driver I found along the way from foot-deep mud ruts. If I know any other convertible that can pull that off, I don't know what it is. And with a ladder frame truck structure underneath, the Wrangler is tough and robust when the going gets nasty, unlike those flimsy car-based crossovers that feel like they'll rattle themselves to bits over surfaces like these. If you actually need a vehicle that's off-road capable, you won't do much better than this. It's that sense of adventure-ready toughness and capability that's always appealed most strongly to me in the Wrangler, which I've driven many copies of many times. This new one, though, is the first I've visited since the folks at Jeep gave it an interior and powertrain overhaul, and there are two things that impressed me here for the first time.
One of those things is the interior. It doesn't feel quite as low budget and cheap in here, or like it's made out of melted down yogurt containers anymore. In fact, the restyle's given a lot of nice upscale and detailed little touches throughout. The other thing that's impressing me now is under the hood. They've scrapped that old 3.8 liter engine and put in the new 3.6 liter Pentastar. Don't get me wrong, this is by no means a fuel miser, but at least now with that new engine on board, you've got a boatload more power.
Mileage on my watch landed at 15 liters per 100 clicks, including plenty of highway driving. While there, Wrangler reminds you that you're in a machine built for off-road use by way of generous wind noise, no doubt helped out by aerodynamics on par with a woodshed. Steering feel and precision seem a bit better than I remember, but Wrangler still likes to wander around its lane at speed a little. That's the nature of the beast and a result of riding a chassis that's built more for toughness than comfort. Complaints? Well, other than the limited rear seat headroom and cargo space and this roll bar that could get in the way of your forehead, my only big one was the driver door. It doesn't really seem to like staying open or closed very easily. End of the day, with its new features, cabin and engine, and position as the most affordable convertible in Canada, the Wrangler lineup is now worth more of a look than ever, especially for those after a fun-loving machine that's built for actual off-road use and not morphed off a car platform. Wrangler Sport opens the model range in the low 20s, and an upscale Sahara Unlimited with a few options like the tester lands in the 40s. Thanks for watching.